So this is the case study final assignment, and I'm going to offer some background or demographic background information on Jane. So Jane is an 11-year-old Afro-American girl who lives with her mom, and she has 6 siblings, 5 sisters and a brother. Her favorite subjects are reading, art, and math. She loves to be a teacher helper, and she also enjoys taking care of her 1-year-old baby sister. When she grows up, she wants to be a police officer. Her social and emotional background: Jane's a very sweet and caring person. She received special education services for emotional disturbance, experienced trauma at the age of 5, and we know that her academic performance is impacted by her inability to consistently self-regulate her emotional behavior. Academic background on Jane: she's an average reader, reading at a 4th grade level. Her math is also at a 4th grade level. She's able to write a 5-sentence paragraph. In reading, she struggles with fluency, accuracy, and comprehension. She can't write a 5-paragraph paper. She needs adult support with spelling, and in math she struggles with divisions, fractions, and geometry. So now we go into some assessment analysis. We start with the phoneme segmentation and phoneme segmentation fluency and nonsense word fluency. Since Jane was a 5th grade student, I chose a 2nd grade student to administer this assessment to. Casey, the results of her score indicate that she's above benchmark and that no tier 2 or 3 support was needed, and neither for the NSF. She was above benchmark for that score as well. With the Dibbles oral reading fluency, beginning 5th grade benchmark was 111 words correct per minute. Jane was reading at 105, which puts her just below the benchmark score. For accuracy, she's reading at the benchmark score is 98%, with the low end of the floor being 95%. Jane's accuracy was right at the floor and below the benchmark. So Tier 2 reading support, I felt, for rate and accuracy was necessary. With the core vocabulary screening, the benchmark score was identifying 74% or more of the vocabulary terms, and Jane correctly identified 73%, which puts her just below the category. This places her in the strategic category, where she may have some difficulty understanding grade level text. The Dibbles maze, the benchmark score is 15, and Jane correctly answered X number, which places her above the benchmark score. This score indicates that there's no tier 2 or 3 intervention necessary. However, because of Jane's performance in the classroom through observing and informal classroom assessments, I see her struggling with learning and applying basic comprehension strategies. So when we look at the strategic content literacy, Jane's score on that, it was measured against the teacher-made rubric, and she scored 0s throughout the entire test. She was able to make earn some points with connecting to prior knowledge and vocabulary knowledge. At the end of the day, Jane's score indicates that she lacks mastery of many of the skills that are necessary to understand complex and sophisticated texts. And Jane, she doesn't use basic comprehension strategies to determine the meaning of text. On the proficiency in sentence writing strategy, based on the assessment scoring, Jane wrote 10 complete sentences, 2 of which were complicated, one of those that had incorrect punctuation. Jane will benefit from instruction in sentence writing, specifically the process involved in putting together complex and compound sentences. Jane will also benefit from instruction that focuses on spelling strategies. So now we look at recommendations and lesson plans. Based on all of Jane's assessment scores, needs were identified across most reading areas. In the area of reading fluency, Jane will benefit from fluency instruction that uses the repeated reading strategy. Then with respect to comprehension, she'll benefit from instruction that focuses on those basic comprehension strategies. When we look at the lesson plan for reading fluency, the lesson plan is made up of an instructional routine, and it utilizes a repeated reading strategy. And parts of this routine were put together using the Quick Reads program. The routine is daily and involves multiple readings of an informational text passage, and progress monitoring to determine how well she is doing. It's using a 5th grade level text, and it's done weekly. The rate and accuracy are charted on a graph, and that graph is then compared to Jane's median reading rate and accuracy scores from her assessment. With regard to comprehension, the lesson takes place over a 4-day period. It focuses on activating prior knowledge by completing a KWL graphic organizer, and the assessment of Jane's learning will be measured by her completed KWL chart that's evaluated against a teacher-made rubric. Thank you.